Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. If mealtime in your house feels more like a wrestling match than a nourishing experience, if your toddler seems to subsist solely on air and a very specific brand of pasta, then you are definitely not alone. Picky eating, it's a universal parenting challenge. We've all been there, wondering, am I doing something wrong? Why won't they just eat their vegetables? Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not just giving you tips. We're diving deep into the fascinating science behind picky eating. We're going to uncover the surprising biological, developmental, and even genetic factors that contribute to why your toddler might be so selective. By understanding the why, you'll gain a whole new perspective and some powerful tools to approach mealtime challenges. Let's start the main video. I am so excited to be joined by two amazing moms today to tackle this often frustrating topic. First, my dear friend Sophie, an experienced mom with older kids who has seen it all at the dinner table.
Hey everyone! Oh, picky eating. That's a badge of honor for most parents. I definitely battled this with both of my children. I remember just feeling so guilty and stressed. I wish I had known some of the things we're going to discuss today.
And next, we have Abigail, a fantastic mom to her 2-year-old son, Joey, and her 6-month-old daughter, Lori. She's right in the thick of it with a toddler who has opinions about food.
Hi. Yes, Joey is my resident food critic. It's a daily challenge. Some days he'll eat anything, other days it's only pasta. So I'm constantly trying to understand why and what I can do. I'm excited to hear the science behind it.
It's perfect to have us all together because we all share that common experience. Today, we're not just about quick fixes. We're about understanding the fundamental reasons behind picky eating so you can approach it with more empathy and effectiveness. All right, let's peel back the layers and jump into the surprising science behind picky eating. Our first surprising scientific factor is actually rooted in evolutionary biology. It's a survival instinct. Think about our ancestors. Toddlers, at around 18 months to 2 years, become more mobile and independent. If they ate every berry or leaf they found, they might accidentally poison themselves. So, nature developed a built-in caution mechanism. This is called food neophobia, a fear of new foods. It's a normal developmental phase designed to protect them from potential toxins.
This completely reframes it. I always thought it was just my child being difficult when he was younger, but knowing it's a survival mechanism helps me understand his behavior better. My son, for example, went through a phase where he would only eat white foods. White bread, white pasta, plain rice. Anything green or colorful was instantly suspect. Amazing.
Joey is exactly like that now. He'll try things, but new textures, new colors, he's so wary. It's comforting to know it's not just him and it's not me. It's his little brain trying to keep him safe. Dr. Elizabeth Shelov, a pediatrician and author, often discusses how this evolutionary trait plays a significant role in toddler eating habits.
Exactly. So, when your toddler rejects a new food, it's not a personal attack. It's their ancient brain trying to protect them. This understanding helps us approach it with more patience.
I now would like to share another fascinating scientific factor: genetics and taste buds. Believe it or not, your child's pickiness could be hardwired. Some people are born with more taste buds, especially for bitter flavors. They're called super tasters. This means that things like broccoli, kale, or even some fruits can taste intensely bitter to them, far more than it does to you or me. And guess what? This trait is genetic. Researchers at the Monell Chemical Senses Center have done extensive studies on genetic variations in taste receptors and how they influence food preferences, especially for bitter compounds.
This explains so much. My daughter absolutely hated anything remotely bitter. We thought she was just being fussy, but maybe that kale really did taste overwhelmingly bitter to her. It makes me feel a bit guilty now for pushing it so hard.
And think about it. What do we often try to get our kids to eat? Vegetables, which are often bitter. So, if your child is a super taster, they're not just being difficult. They might genuinely dislike the strong taste. This insight teaches us that sometimes it's not defiance, it's biology.
The third scientific factor dives into sensory processing. Eating is a full-body sensory experience, and for some kids, certain textures, smells, or even the look of food can be overwhelming. It's not just about taste. Imagine touching a plate of mashed potatoes that feels slimy, or a piece of chicken that feels rubbery to your mouth. For a child with sensory sensitivities, these textures can be extremely unpleasant, even painful. Some kids are also highly sensitive to smells. That strong broccoli smell might be fine for us, but for them, it's overpowering. Occupational therapists specializing in feeding often highlight sensory processing differences as a key factor in extreme pickiness. Ellen Satter, a renowned feeding expert, emphasizes that children regulate their own eating, and pressure can hinder their ability to listen to their bodies and sensory cues.
Joey, my toddler, is definitely sensitive to textures. He loves crunchy things but absolutely gags on anything mushy or slimy, even if it tastes good. It's not about the flavor for him, it's about how it feels in his mouth.
This is such an important point because we often forget that eating involves all 5 senses. If a child has heightened sensory perception, a perfectly normal meal can feel like a sensory overload. This understanding helps us offer foods in different preparations, maybe crunchy versions of veggies, rather than just the steamed, soft versions. Our 4th scientific factor is about exposure and learning. It's simple but profound. Kids often need many exposures to a new food before they'll even try it, let alone like it. We often give up after 2 or 3 tries. But research, including studies published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, shows that it can take anywhere from 10 to 15, or even 20 exposures to a new food before a child accepts it. It's a learning process. Each time they see it, smell it, or touch it, even if they don't eat it, they're becoming more familiar and less wary.
This was a huge revelation for me. I used to think if they rejected it once, it was off the menu forever. But now, I just keep offering a tiny bit on the plate without pressure. Sometimes they'll surprise me after weeks. It's like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow.
With Joey, I try to offer one safe food with one new food. And if he doesn't eat the new one, I just clear the plate without comment. I know I need to keep offering, but it's hard sometimes not to get discouraged. But knowing the science makes me persevere.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. The key is repeated, non-pressured exposure. Just having it on the plate, making it visible, is a win. We'll link to some great resources on this in the description below. If you're finding these scientific insights helpful, hit that like button.
The final scientific factor is all about autonomy and control. Toddlers are naturally seeking independence, and guess what? Eating is one of the few things they have full control over. At this age, everything else is pretty much dictated for them. When they sleep, where they go, what they wear. But they can decide what goes into their mouth. This often turns mealtime into a power struggle. If you pressure them, they'll often dig in their heels even more, not because they hate the food, but because they want to assert their independence. Child psychologists and feeding therapists often recommend division of responsibility in feeding, where parents decide what, when, and where food is offered, and the child decides if and how much they eat.
This was a game changer for my family. Once I let go of the pressure and realized my job was to provide healthy options, not force them to eat, mealtime became so much calmer. They often started trying things simply because I wasn't making a big deal out of it.
It's so true. The more you push, the more they resist. By understanding this natural drive for autonomy, we can give them appropriate choices. Do you want broccoli or carrots? Empowering them within limits can make a huge difference. Wow, those 5 scientific factors that we just covered truly offer such a different perspective on picky eating. From evolutionary survival to genetics, sensory processing, exposure, and autonomy, it's a lot more complex than just a fussy eater.
Knowing the why really helps you approach mealtime with less frustration and more understanding.
It's made me rethink how I present food to Joey and Lori. It's about patience and respect for their unique developmental journey.
Absolutely. So, which of these scientific insights resonated most with you? Or what's one thing you're going to try differently at your next mealtime? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your experiences. If this video helped you gain a new perspective on picky eating, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with a fellow parent who needs these insights. And if you're looking for more science-backed parenting advice, consider subscribing to our channel to help promote it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.